take that team photo as we take a look at the starting lineup for Harbourview. Tafari Chambers is in goal. Talbot, of course, skipper in front of him. Marshall in the back line. Odlin Harding, Gerald Neal is there as well. Kasim Priestley, Garth Stewart, Krista J. Daly, who we spoke about earlier, O'Shane Staple, Akwasa Chong, the top scorer, Tariq Zimines, and Ronaldo Robertson, coached by Ludlow Bernard. And as we take a look at the Arnett Gardens lineup, Amal Knight is in goal. Ezra Simpson, Earl Simpson, who would have been in the national squad for the World Cup qualifiers. O'Neill Anderson, Shamar Booth, Nathan Thomas, Donovan Sigree, Roman Guthrie, Shadane Lopez, Steve Clark, and Johnoy Cunningham. Cunningham, of course, would have applied his trade at the top of the field. Here are the highlights in this one. First half was pretty much frenetic. Ball pulled across from Harding, and the follow-up shot from Krista J. Daly wide of the mark. He was slipping. Harding providing the service, and the hand from Amal Knight going to Daly, and the effort was wide of the mark. Free kick from Harding. Didn't go anywhere promising on that occasion. Arnett Gardens themselves, they were pressing. Ball played inside the area. Staple had to get a header out. Talbot losing it. Sigree was there. The challenge coming in from Chambers. Sigree thought it should have been a penalty. Maybe had a bit of a case. Harbourview, Ronaldo Robinson, what a take that was, and then the shot had to regain his balance there. Stewart feeding him, and bang, the shot. Knight had to make the save. Moving quickly and smoothly to his left, denying the former Kingston College youngster. And Arnett Gardens continued pressing. A chance there, blocked by Staple, and again a follow-up, blocked by Staple, and then Clark there, again blocked by Staple. He was immense at the back. I'm not sure how he did it, but there were several chances there. Two of them initially from Sigree, and then Clark with the third effort. Bang, block. Bang, block. Bang, block. I'm not sure if you will see a better defensive sequence in football in Jamaica. Arnett Gardens, they kept on pressing. Shot from distance from Guthrie. Wasn't a lot of power in that one. He had the space to shoot, he did, but no problems there for Chambers there. The game was opening up a little bit. Arnett Gardens were knocking. Ball played across the area. Talbot was there, the header over the top. It was Lopez. I figured that he should have gone for goal. And then the effort over the top. And what a hit that was from Lavelle Palmer. He really did let that one fly in the 70th minute. I know Knight could do nothing about that one. Yeah, it was close to him, but I doubt he saw it. Well, not until late anyway. And Lavelle Palmer came off the bench and backed the 3 points for Harbourview. The Arnett Gardens were still pressing. Chambers had to get a strong hand on that one. Backpedaling, off balance. It was vital, that interception. And yeah, they were trying desperately to spoil the party. Resulting effort wasn't the best. Donovan Sigree here all over the park this afternoon, but could do little with that one. Harbourview coming away with the win, 1-0 the final score. Nine shots for Harbourview, 3 on target. Arnett Gardens with 10 shots, 4 on target. There were 17 fouls coming in the game, just the 2 yellow cards shown, which was a little bit of a surprise in my opinion. Arnett Gardens with 7 corners, 1 more than Harbourview. Arnett Gardens with the majority of the possession at 58%. That was just an amazing sequence of play. One of several big plays you made at the back, O'Shane. Was that your best game in a Harbour View shirt?
Well, actually, no. No, it was my best game.
But what were you thinking? Because you put in an outstanding display. Obviously, you would have put in a lot of hard work in practice.
Well, yes, we put in a lot of hard work in practice. We actually been prepared for this game from after the Mullines game, immediately after, right? So it's nothing new for us to come out here, work hard, and get 3 points in the bag.
Talk to me about Harbour View and the spirit in the camp at the moment. Obviously, you're now in the playoffs. It's a big opportunity for you guys to go all the way.
Well, it's a big opportunity, yes. We've been talking about it for a good while from before the season even started. That is not really our aim, but our aim at the moment, because our aim is to make it to the finals and make it to the championship.
Well, Shane, all the best for the future, man, and all the best in the playoffs.
Thank you very much.
So that was the player of the game, O'Shane Staple, a massive performance. Would have been admired somewhat grudgingly by Alex Thomas, who I'm sure you would have been disappointed with the end result, of course, but Harbour View had put in a stubborn display to thwart some of the chances that you had today.
Yes, Harbour View put in a stubborn display. Harbour View has to put in a stubborn display because they need to get the 3 points to move forward. Whereas our team, Arnett Gardens, we just want to finish the competition on an high, and they did well today. Unfortunately, we get beaten by a dead ball kick, but it's a good kick, good goal.
What do you take from this season moving on? Because we saw a bit of Arnett Gardens' DNA in this team, if we are to be honest, in terms of the passing, in terms of the transition from defence to midfield to attack. It would have pleased you, wouldn't it?
Yes, well, please, you know, very pleased, especially with the young players, you know, and going forward, we have to build on this and just go out in the market and look at other players to bolster the squad.
What do you take from this season?
We expose a lot. Our youngsters is good, and we see what we have here, and we have some good talent here, and you know we have to build and go forward.
Alex, all the best for next year.
Thanks for it.
Right, Alex Thomas there, the head coach of the Arnett Gardens team, and walking into the shots shortly will be Ludlow Bernard, who is head coach of this Harbour View team. They've made it. They've made it into the playoffs. Ludlow, obviously a little bit animated at the end because you wanted your team to be as disciplined as possible in the end. But talk about that free kick from Lavelle Palmer, coming off the bench and securing the 3 points that way.
That is a situation in which the elder statesman took charge of the situation. Only yesterday afternoon we were practicing free kicks from those areas. He didn't participate in it. The left back Harding was very successful on at least 3 occasions. But I think this time around with the circumstance and the pressure, because I realized that a lot of the players out there are very, very tense. So when I saw Lovell over the ball, I didn't really intervene because I know that he's senior enough to take that responsibility.
But that wouldn't be the only thing that would have taken away from this game because Harbour View created quite a few chances. Were you pleased with the overall effort?
It's a situation in which these players, they are learning, and this kind of pressure circumstance is one which they have not been exposed to, so I know they'll be better off for it. Getting to this stage of the competition is indeed an achievement for them. I think going forward they probably could be very dangerous because they will have that freedom to really play and express themselves this time around. But it is good that they can get this kind of exposure.
It's all well and good for the players to get exposure, but you would want that title, coach. I know that you're a very driven individual, and a number of the players are also pretty driven. So it won't be difficult to harness that drive heading into the playoffs.
No, it won't be difficult, and we probably may have a challenge going forward from here with one of our players, but we will make the adjustments where necessary. I think all players are motivated to really put up a serious challenge irrespective of our opponents.
Which player are you speaking of?
I won't say.
All right, of course not. All the best for the playoffs, coach.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Coach Ludlow Bernard, head coach of this Harbour View unit, who are into the playoffs with the win over Arnett Gardens 1-0 the final score. Mount Pleasant, of course, earlier today, getting by Dunbeholden by 5 goals to 2. Dunbeholden were hoping for the best for Arnett Gardens against the Stars of the East. But of course, with Harbourview winning, Dunbeholden are out of the playoff spot. Of course, earlier today, the former champions, the defending champions, Portmore United, out of this season's Premier League, unable to make it through to the playoffs after losing 1-0 to Waterhouse. So, because of that result, Waterhouse on top, 19 points, one ahead of Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant at the moment in a position to go by the playoffs and go straight into the semi-finals. Tivoli Gardens would want to change that. So too Cavalier. Of course, Cavalier with a better goal difference as well. So let's see how that plays out. So too Veer United. So tomorrow's matchups could really be interesting. But of course, Harbourview, they wouldn't care one hoot. They're in 6th position. They're in the final playoff spot. And they're looking ahead to the playoffs themselves. So, that's it from the UHFF Captain Horace Burrell Centre of Excellence. Just to remind you that Harbourview, they came away with a 1-0 win over Arnett Gardens.